And eventually it will impact you.
Words. Yes.
So fighting
Yes.
for free speech
We
isn't
see.
just about fighting for speech you like. It's about
Facts.
fighting for all speech, including speech you don't like.
Words.
Because if you allow for a censorious government
Based.
to carry out these types of, retaliatory
What
measure.
AK said is based.
Because if you
True.
allow for a censorious government to carry out these types of, retaliatory measures, by the way, on behalf of a foreign government, you're essentially playing a role in fighting for speech you like. It's about fighting for all speech, including speech you don't like. Because if you allow for a censorious government to carry out these types of, once you start allowing a government to engage in this type of behavior, well, they will be emboldened to do more of it. And eventually it will impact you. So fighting for free speech isn't just about fighting for speech you like. It's about fighting for all speech, including speech you don't like. Because if you allow for a censorious government to carry out these types of, retaliatory measures, by the way, on behalf of a foreign government, you're essentially playing a role in the
participant in the destruction and collapse.
So as I mentioned, Marco Rubio regurgitated the same lines. He tweeted that we will be revoking the visas and/or green cards of Hamas supporters
what
in America.
Proof do they have to substantiate the claim that all of these people are Hamas apologists? Where is the proof? The proof is important. If you don't have the proof, you are a sucker, bro. Words. It is what it is, yo. You can't be seen as a laudable person if you falsely accuse people, if you accuse people of doing crazy things with no basis. Baseless stuff, bro. Groundless stuff. Yo. In what way is this respectable? In what way is this BS in what way is this BS respectable? In what way is this praiseworthy-ish, bro? Please, yeah, please say, bro. Please tell me, bro. Be logical, bro. Yo, please be please, yo, please be logical, bro. In what way is this G-ish? In what way is this ish to be praised? Let me know, yo.
The same lines, he tweeted that we will be revoking the visas and/or green cards of Hamas supporters in America so they can be deported. Now, is there any real evidence? I've already said no a million times, but look.
Jergens Natural Glow Sun Drops. Just drop, mix with my lotion, and glow. The feel-good feeling of Jergens.
Even if they were Hamas, even if all of them, even if everyone was a Hamas apologist, it isn't an offense to be a Hamas apologist. You can't get locked up in the States for being a Hamas apologist. You can't be locked up in the States for being a Hamas apologist. Words. You don't have to agree with them or be fond of them. You don't have to agree. You don't have to agree with them or be fond of them, but you have to you have to be logical, bro. You have to be fair, bro. They have the right to say the crazy-ish, the evil-ish, the abhorrent-ish. If they don't foment harm, it is not an offense.
Essentially playing a
But meant
role
to
in
say,
the
as
erosion
long
of our
as
constitutional rights.
they don't foment
So,
harm,
let me give
they
you some
can't
more.
get
So,
locked
as I
up.
mentioned,
They
Marco
won't
Rubio
get
regurgitated
locked up. They won't get locked up. They won't
playing
get
a role
locked
in the erosion
up.
of our constitutional rights. So let me give you some more. So as I mentioned, Marco Rubio regurgitated the same lines. He tweeted that. So let me give you some more. You're essentially playing a role in the erosion of our constitutional rights. So let me give you some more. So as I mentioned, Marco Rubio regurgitated the same lines. He tweeted that we will be revoking the visas and/or green cards of Hamas supporters in America so they can be deported. Now, is there any real evidence? I've already said no a million times, but let's get into what is being cited, okay? So he was a student negotiator between the student protesters at Columbia and the administrators and administration at Columbia. Now, remember what the demands were of the student protesters. You have this, university that, of course, invests the money that it has as part of its endowment. And the students did not want the endowment to be invested in weapons manufacturers or, anything that can be seen as supporting this effort to slaughter Palestinians in Gaza. That's what they wanted. Now, they didn't get what they wanted, of course, but Khalil was, one of the lead negotiators between the protesters and the school. Now, it seems like what we're seeing is this guilt by association, line or talking point from those who are supportive of what Trump did here. Columbia University apartheid divest, which Khalil had sometimes spoken for in response to questions from reporters, has in the past praised the leadership of Hamas, Hezbollah, and Ansar Allah, which are all U.S. designated terrorist organizations. Again, I want to reiterate, I disagree with that take entirely, but at the same time, if you have white nationalists or white supremacists in this country talk about their love for white supremacist groups, the KKK, stuff like
Ku Klux Klan.
That's protected speech.
Yep.
It is. It's protected speech.
If they don't foment harm, they won't get locked up. If they don't foment harm, they won't get locked up.
If you have white nationalists or white, there's no evidence that Khalil himself, that is protected speech.
Yep. Period.
Your love for white supremacist groups,
End
the KKK,
of
stuff
story.
like that is protected speech. It is.
Whether you hate the speech or you love the speech. Whether you hate or love the speech, it is irrelevant. Whether or not you hate the speech is irrelevant. People, it is crazy that it is crazy that certain people don't. It is crazy that certain people don't understand this. Crazy, bro. Crazy. Crazy-ish crazy. Uncle Murda.
Disagree with that take entirely, but at the same time, if you have white nationalists or white supremacists in this country talk about their love for white supremacist groups, the KKK, stuff like
of these groups,
that is protected speech. It is. It's protected speech. So there's no
what
evidence
AK
that
said
Khalil himself
is
said these
based
things about Hamas or Hezbollah or whatever. But even if he had, that's still protected speech.
It would not matter if he did endorse these groups.
That is protected speech. It is. It's protected
speech. It is
speech.
crazy that they did not include IDF in the terrorist group list. It is crazy that they did not include IDF in the terrorist group list. They are biased to Israel, bro. It is crazy. It is bad, trash, goofy. Yeah. 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 You must be fair across the board. If you can't be fair across the board, you can't be taken seriously, bro. You really can't. Bro. You think only one, you think evil from one group is you think evil from one, you think evil from only one group is hateable, but you don't think the same evil from the group you are on the side of is hateable also. Yeah, you think evil from only one group is hateable, but you don't think evil from your group, meant to say, is also hateable. Crazy. Crazy. Very crazy, yo.
Their love for white supremacist groups, the KKK, stuff like that, that is protected speech. It is. It's protected speech. So there's no evidence that Khalil himself said these things about Hamas or Hezbollah or whatever. But even if he had, that's still protected speech. But understand, guys, there's no evidence of him saying these things at all. There's no evidence of him breaking the law at all.
Crazy.
If there was evidence, if there was any justification for the Trump administration doing what they did to Khalil, they would have presented it by now. And so far, it's just this guilt by association. There are all sorts of people, by the way, across the political spectrum right now who disagree with what the government of Israel is doing.
It is not just radical pro-Islam leftists. Yeah, certain MAGA people oppose this BS, this craziness, bro. Certain people in the MAGA movement oppose this. Mark Dice, Anomaly, different people, bro. It is not just radical pro-Islam far leftists, bro. It is not just radical pro-Islam leftists or pro-radical Islam far. It is not just radical pro-Islam lefties, bro. If you believe that it is only far leftists who are pro-Islam, you are deluded all the way. Break free. Please break free.
There's no evidence of him saying these things at all. There's no evidence of him breaking the law at all. If there was evidence, if there was any justification for the Trump administration doing what they did to Khalil, they would have presented it by now. And so far, it's just this guilt by association. There are all sorts of people, by the way, across the political spectrum right now who disagree with what the government of Israel is doing. And if the government of Israel
Sabby Sabs, Candace Owens, who is a Republican, opposes this.
Political spectrum right now who disagree with what the government of Israel is
Mark
doing.
Dice, who's a Repub.
That by censoring Americans or green card holders in our own country, Israel thinks that by censoring Americans or green card holders in our own country, after they've engaged in, Israel thinks that by censoring Americans or green card holders in our own country, after they've engaged in criticism of Israel, and so far, it's just this guilt by association. There are all sorts of people, by the way, across the political spectrum right now who disagree with what the government of Israel is doing. And if the government of Israel thinks that by censoring Americans or green card holders,
this doesn't make you woke. The disagreement with the Israeli government doesn't make you woke or a wokey. People have to break free from the cage, bro. People have to people must deprogram from the belief that only things the leftists do is woke. Nah, 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 bro. Nah. Woke is not woke. Woke ain't limited to the left. Woke ain't limited to the left. If you are victimhood minded, if you are fragile, soft, weak, emotional, you are woke. You can be a woke repub, a woke centrist, a woke Democrat, a woke repub, a woke centrist, a woke independent, and a woke Democrat. You can be, there's wokies in all groups, in all parties, camps, boxes, circles. Yeah. Break free, bro. Please break free. Please break free.
Israel thinks that by censoring Americans or green card holders in our own country after they've engaged in criticism of Israel is going to fly. Well, they also have another thing coming. Because what this does is it leads to more resentment and
more hate, more antipathy, more enmity, more hostility,
in our own country.
More
And
animus.
so far, it's just this guilt by association. There are all sorts of people, by the way, across the political spectrum right now who disagree with what the government of Israel is doing. And if the government of Israel thinks
you will call, like, this will, like, certain people will riot,
country,
burn things down. Not that,
well, they also have another thing coming.
not
that
that is good. Not that is good. Burning things down, rioting, doing crazy stuff, doing illegal acts, doing illegal acts, doing illegal acts, doing illegal acts. It's terrible, bro. Two wrongs don't make a right. They say two wrongs don't make a right, but you have to have empathy for these people. That doesn't equate to sympathy. You have to have empathy. You have to have empathy for these people. You don't have to have sympathy. They are two different things. You don't have to feel sorry for these people, but you have to understand the reasons they do the rioting, the burning down of things, the illegal-ish, the illegality, the crazy-ish, bro. You have to understand the reasons they do what they do. You can't say there's no reason. Everything happens for a reason. Nothing happens for no reason. Nothing happens for no reason. Nothing happens for no reason. Yeah. Empathy is important. Not too many people have it. That is the reason. The world is the way it is, bro. Empathy is scarce, bro. People don't want to understand the reasons people do what they do. They just jump to, or meant to say, they just say the craziest ish, bro, but they are not. They just emotionally respond, but they are not being logical or fair or balanced. Yeah, so the world is effed. The world, the society is the way it is.